Hi.
It's time for Blumpkin&Friends, starring your host, the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin.
I think they said something about, like, a podcast or whatever. I don't know.
Hey kids, I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin, and with me here today is my friend. Say it.
No.
Say the Dirty Bee. That's all you gotta say is Dirty Bee.
No.
The Dirty Bee is here, and we're going to talk about her work. So for starters, what type of work do you do?
Massage.
Can you be a little bit more specific?
As far as what?
Massage. Last time we talked about this on the air, I mentioned masseuse, and you're like, massage therapist. Some people get upset.
I do not.
So you're a massage therapist.
Yes.
You work at a spa.
Mm-hmm.
So with that comes the imagery of everything Hollywood has to offer with rub-downs on film. You're naked. You've got a towel over your butt. They're rubbing your back. Sometimes there's an Asian woman, probably in her 40s to 50s, maybe even 60s, and she's an old pro, and she offers you a happy ending.
Oh, really?
Not the kind of establishment in which you work.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Now, of all the people you know that are in your similar line of work, how many have been asked for a happy ending?
A lot.
Buddy, shut the fuck up! Can you go on about that? A lot of them have been asked for handies?
Or to finish however they choose.
Air quotes, however they choose. What is that?
Well, there was one girl while I was going to school that she was probably the quietest, mousiest girl. And she came out of the room and looked at me, and I'm like, what? Big, fat, redhead dude. Rolled over about 5 minutes before she was done and said, you can finish any way you want.
You know what? Those are words that I like to hear myself in life. You can finish any way you want. Those are great words. That's a motto to live by
Not
right
from
there.
somebody you don't know.
You know
We're
what?
not attracted to.
Depending upon the totality of the circumstances, in context.
Context.
Excuse me, stewardess, is it safe to take off my seatbelt and then use the restroom? It is. Good. You may finish however you like. Well, just try and stop me. You can join the Mile High Club by yourself if you masturbate on an airplane. I think that counts.
I don't know. I've never looked into it.
Research department, get on that somewhere. Somebody, Google that shit. Does it count for the Mile High Club if you masturbate on the plane as opposed to going in the bathroom with somebody else? Now, I recently watched Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. And spoiler alert, there's a massage scene in that movie. It's not your typical type of massage scene. There is a Pakistani man who is the masseur. And the girl that's getting the rub down, well, he uses just about every part of his anatomy to massage her. His butt cheeks, his thighs, his feet, his elbows, his chest. Not his penis so much. And he's on top of her in all these different angles. And at one point there's like a swing from the ceiling where he's suspended. And he's like an eagle, like swooping in, and his chest rubs her back. And he's hitting all these weird, unknown erogenous zones, and she's climaxing over and over and over. What input in your professional training that you received from an accredited university about massage therapy can you offer about any of that? Is it all nonsense?
Yes.
Really? There's no like special spots you can touch somebody and then they magically come?
I'm sure there is, but yeah, they don't teach that here.
Did you ever see the movie Broken Lizards Club Dread?
No.
Okay, well, Kevin...
maybe a long time ago.
Well, Farva, the guy who plays Rod Farva in Super Troopers, I forget the name of his character in that movie, but he's a masseuse who goes to this Jimmy Buffett-style island resort, and he's going to be the new masseuse. And he uses like his magic fingers to touch all these weird spots that make women just fucking cream their shorts. Just jeans creamed. That's unfortunate that they don't offer that sort of education. Like, you shouldn't have to go over to the Far East and meet some Chinaman on top of a mountain in a temple where they teach you the magic of human touch. And I will show you all the spots on where you touch her, and she will go absolutely crazy. Start at the base of her heel. Work your way to the tip of her big toe, and then jam your thumb right up her ass.
That doesn't sound...
Remember to breathe in when you do. You're absorbing her stress and her life force.
Oh, there's a uni and a yoni massage.
I'm sorry, your what hurts?
A uni and a yoni.
These sound like names of My Little Pony characters.
Uni is a female. Yoni is for men.
Okay. So we're talking about pussy massages and wiener massages. You know, I get the part about the vaginal massage and stimulating the clitoris and such. You don't...
Actually, you don't even go near that.
You go nowhere near the clit.
No.
That goes against everything I would have... That flies in the face of logic. You don't at all massage the clit.
The purpose is not for orgasm.
You go right to hell. That's the only purpose. Why would you massage a vagina if you're not trying to give them an orgasm? I carry a lot of tension in my labia. You think you can help me up? It's been a rough week.
It happens, but it's not the goal.
Yeah, it's the goal. They don't say it's the goal. It's the goal.
Usually not the goal anyways.
You're not the goal anyways.
What?
I don't get why you would do a penis massage. There's not a lot you can do to a dick that would be like, other than jacking it off and sucking on it. Around.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I want, is I want a woman to touch around my penis, not on it. She starts undoing your pants. You're like, oh, this is awesome. You start getting a boner. She pulls your pants down. She pulls your underwear down, and then your wiener gets half caught in the waistband of the underwear, and she pulls it up, and then your dick flops back up and whacks you on the tummy. And then she touches around your dick. To the left, to the right, underneath. She maybe gives you a little bread dough kneading knuckle action in the perineum. And then she takes your balls and she bounces them lightly in her hand. The way that kid's aunt did in the movie The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Shh, it's a secret. It's our secret. Spoiler alert.
Apparently it's much easier for women to get happy endings than men.
Well, no shit. You slide right up in there. And as long as you cover their mouth to muffle their screams, no one's on... Oh my God! That took a dark turn. Rape is not okay. You ask a woman's permission and you have her sign a consent form before you ever touch her vagina. And then you wait 3 to 5 business days as a cooling off period before you go near the vagina because you don't want to be thought of as a predator. This is the world we live in. Now, in terms of your clientele, is it only adults or do like teens come in because they're all beat up and shit from football season, so you get these horny high school boys, kids?
I've had a high school hockey player.
Go on.
He was just normal.
He was just normal.
There was nothing
as opposed
weird.
To like a chronic farter or what?
Well, there was nothing weird when he came in.
For you. By the time you were done, that thing was probably like a lightning rod. If you had even just flicked the tip, it probably would have shot off like a goddamn bottle rocket from his body, exploded on the ceiling.
Probably not.
Oh my God, you see all this ectoplasm? There was just a ghost in here. There's this spooky ghost. Look at all this ectoplasm.
Okay, so your clients are more women or more men?
It's about half and half.
Oh, God damn it.
I'm not making this easier,
No.
am I?
No. Okay, older or younger?
Most of the men are older.
Of course.
That are regular.
I don't see how often they poop being any proponent of this, but go on.
What? Shut up.
Regular. I take my Metamucil and I go get my pee-pee massage. That feels not... Wait, why are you touching around it? Why aren't you touching... You can touch... where are you going?
Anyways.
And the door closes behind you. And they go home with their balls a different shade of blue than they were when they walked in the first place.
Ew. Most of those, I don't ever want to picture that.
He has old balls. These guys now. Let's focus on the guys first. Are they gentlemen or are they a little pervy?
Depends on how you look at it. They're non-threatening, but some of them are kind of pervy. Most of them are gentlemen. They're a little more on the awkward side because they don't want to go there.
Would you like to rub a little closer to my no-no zone, please?
There's only one that does that.
No. So on the pervy ones, explain some of the things that you've been asked or told from the pervy ones.
It's more of how they act. They don't really say anything. It's the moans.
Oh, yeah.
Don't. Stop.
I'm going to use all the audio moans I've used over the course of the shows.
Great. Done?
I think.
There have been 2 that told me that it's helped their ED.
Wow, that's good for you. You're a faith healer now.
Yeah. It's just what I wanted to know.
If you could rub my shoulder blades a little bit, it'll help the circulation down in my pee-pee, and I'll be able to go home and have unsatisfactory sex with my wife again.
People tell me a lot of stuff that I just don't ever want to know.
Such as?
Well, that. I can go without that.
I couldn't.
Ever. Knowing that somebody has ED.
What do I care if he can't get a hard on? Doesn't affect me. My dick still works.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm like, you know what? Here's my card. We have a support group. We meet on Thursdays at the VFW. All right? Do not be shy. And so what about like unspoken gesturing? Like maneuvering their hips so that they turn their body just in time to get like an awkward glance off the back of your hand near something? What about stuff like that?
Personally, no.
But you've heard about...
Yeah. A girl that I went to one training with, she said that it was an older guy because she's a yoga teacher and taking other training, that he was an older guy that decided that he was going to bounce his penis as she was working on him.
Bounce it. I need you to do your best job of describing this as best you can.
Flexing.
Oh, you mean like when you flex a muscle and your pee-pee jumps up?
Yeah.
I can do that.
But it's a little awkward when you're working on somebody's legs and they're bouncing it purposely in front of your face and you're trying to ignore it.
As opposed to if you're about to go down on them and they bounce it in your face in an effort to touch the tip of your nose with it.
And then you just walk out of the room.
No. Yeah. No, usually there's some giggles. Oh, you mean when they're doing it in the massage room?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was talking about in my room.
I don't know. I think I'd walk out too.
No. You say that, but it's hypnotizing.
No, I've seen it before.
Especially if I start singing a song while I'm doing it, and the way that my penis bobs up and down as I flex it matches the beat.
Why are we talking about your penis?
Why aren't we talking about my penis? We're talking about bodies. Natural bodily functions. There's nothing wrong with talking about my penis. So I mentioned how everybody might assume that getting a massage entails laying on a table with a towel over your ass. What's the typical manner of dress when you are doing your work?
For them? They're
Yeah.
under a blanket.
They're under a blanket.
Mm-hmm. The towels only happen when you're in, like, Asia. You don't get that here. Well, pretty much anywhere else other than America, because we're a bunch of prudes, apparently.
Well, that's not true, because just last year up in Ramsey, they busted a massage parlor up because the chicks that worked there were Russian nationals that were forced here against their will, and it was like human trafficking involved.
Yeah.
And they'd set up a deal to go to a nearby hotel for actual sex acts. Yeah. Which I got to say, the fact they weren't having the prostitution happening inside the parlor, that's very professional to take it outside of your shop.
Except everybody that went in there was weirded out that they would never make an appointment.
What do you mean?
Like, people I know have gone in there to think, hey, I'll just run in quick, see if I can get an appointment made. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't schedule them.
They'd be like, right this way.
No, they'd just be like, we don't have anything today. And they'd be like, okay, well, how about tomorrow? Nope, you'll have to call back.
What the fuck?
But these were all women.
That's not how you maximize your profits, all right? You got to have a couple of extra broads that are always ready to go. I mean, real hungry broads.
I'm guessing it was because they weren't men.
I don't mean hungry for cock either. I mean they are starving because you're not feeding them enough. Because they're captives, which is not okay. Human trafficking is not okay.
Wouldn't you like to be the agent that has to go undercover to bust these places?
What, and get a free pee-pee rub?
Yeah. Why do you giggle?
I'm just thinking it'd almost be like a Max Smart in Get Smart type scenario. I go undercover, so I'm trying to use the code word to call in, the heavies to come break it up, but the microphone doesn't work because she's throwing my clothes over on top of it so they can't hear. So I keep telling her to hold on, and she keeps getting closer and closer. And by then, I would say that I'm getting a full-on spit into the palm handy J. And right before I climax is when they bust in. Like an episode of To Catch a Predator, like a team of 12 dudes would storm the room. And I'd be like, no! I got it on myself. Thanks, guys. And then there'd just be like this multi-tiered stream of cum from my belly button up to the middle of my chest. And I'd have one of those moments where I grow a little as a person, remembering all the instances of leaving my seed on a torso of a woman over the years. A few of them bounced off a shoulder and got in somebody's hair.
Bounced?
You come hard enough and it's going to ricochet and take a weird turn.
What?
Your ejaculation happens inside of your body. Mine does not. So one could always go rogue. And you don't know where it's going to end up. I mean, it's not going to go something about Mary where it's dangling from my ear.
It just looks like that video the other night.
Which video the other night?
The neti pot on the kid.
Oh, yeah. Some lady's pouring a neti pot into her nose because she's got an extreme sinus infection. And then like a glob of infected snots coming out that looks about to be the size of a giant gummy worm. And it was no shorter than 4 or 5 inches in length. I think the longest trail of semen I've ever left is like 2 feet long. It was narrow. It was skinny. It zigged and it zagged. It went over the contours of a breast and back towards like the little divot in your neck that you would consider your jugular notch if we were doing pressure point self-defense tactics. Yeah. It's funny when you pull out and you go to come on a chick and she knows it's coming and she doesn't just close her eyes and wince and turn her face away, but she starts grabbing at the blanket and trying to like move her body, contort away. Imagine me twisting my body like slightly like one of those Japanese girls in the movie The Ring. Yeah, like that. Shout out to whoever that was. I'm not going to name names. Now, in terms of the women you massage, women like to talk.
Yeah.
They like to talk too damn much. And you have told me you have had some very fucked up shit confided in you. Mm-hmm. Things about bad marriages, marital infidelity, sexual dysfunction.
Not from the women.
Okay, well, what am I forgetting? What else have these broads told you about?
Oh, how fucked up their families are.
Well, that's par
like,
for the course.
Scary. No, like, I don't know why you would ever share that with somebody.
Like, oh man, I've got this strained muscle in my middle of my back, and my uncle used to rape me repeatedly.
It eventually comes out like that.
Does it? So, do you like your job? Yeah, that's cool. My stepdad used to make me blow him. Which is, again, not okay, but when somebody says that, you have the tendency to giggle because it's unexpected, not because it's funny.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever giggled at anything.
I just like to point out that I'm saying all of these statements to appease Nurse Ashley and people like her that would say bringing up anything semi-rape related, even referentially, is not okay.
Why?
You got to talk about it to acknowledge the ugliness to overcome it as a society. So the women, you ever get any randy old broads that like your hands on them too much?
I think so. There's just things that get weird.
You need to be more specific.
Like these women probably haven't been touched by anybody else in a good 15 years.
So you're telling me I'm in the wrong line of work. I could be making money hand over fist being a male gigolo.
Yeah. I don't know if you'd want to touch them.
No sex. If I could touch them without there being sex involved,
they'd probably, yeah.
Let's be honest. If I met a couple of women that were on the edge of death and they had nobody to leave their money to, and they said, if you fuck me just one time, I'll write you into my will. First off, we're going to get that will changed up front. And then secondly, I am going to send them into the afterlife with a smile on their face they would not believe. Hopefully they wouldn't die during, because that'd be weird. But if they did, I just want you to know I'm not going to stop.
Have you seen that thing?
I'm going to finish.
Some chick got pregnant by a corpse.
Now, how the hell does that even happen?
Apparently it does. Somehow she was having sex with dead bodies because she worked in a morgue.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because where else are you going to find necrophilia? Not at the zoo. Not at the doctor's office. Not at Taco Bell.
Apparently she got pregnant from this guy that just happened to get a boner. Which is apparently normal after death.
Yeah, right away. You don't just get random boners.
No, like after.
No.
Before you get embalmed and shit.
No.
Knock it off.
No.
But they did like a DNA test on the kid and it was his.
Good for you. I mean, you want to talk about bragging rights. You know, I'm so potent I'll be knocking up bitches even after I'm dead. Hop on up. It's weird that he's not talking in this scenario. He's not like a ghost. Although it would be fun if he was like Ghost Dad. But he was like horny Ghost Dad. So instead of Bill Cosby, it would be Tracy Morgan.
God.
I tell you what, bitch. How about you hop up on this dick right here and you ride that shit? I'm going to get somebody pregnant.
Anyways,
so the old ladies, you touch them, they quiver.
I did ignore her.
Why was she moaning?
There was one that, yeah, she was, and it was uncomfortable.
I need for you to mimic what it sounded like. Was it like,
Pretty much.
Was it like,
No.
Was Engelbert Humperdinck's lesbian seagull playing in the background in your mind?
No.
Fly with me, lesbian seagull. Use your thumb and rub my clit.
Stop. Anyways.
You ever just have the tendency to want to be like, yeah, you like that, don't you, bitch?
No.
That'd be awesome if you did that.
No.
That'd be like the former bassist of Nashville Pussy, who's like a robo-lesbian. She, in a video once, talked about this tiny little girl that she started fisting, and she lifted her up off the bed with it.
Ow.
Maybe, I don't know. She was a petite girl. So.
I don't care. Ow.
Well, I'm sure she grabbed the chick's shoulders and aided her in the lift. It was a two-man lift. It was an assist.
Oh, I don't care.
In that scenario, what sounds more painful to you, the fisting or the lifting?
I don't know.
Have you seen fisting in a video?
Yeah, I don't.
First you make the duck.
Anyways.
Then you do the lube. Then you slide it in, you turn the duck upside down, and you make a fist.
Ow.
If you're listening, take your hands and make like
Stop
a
it.
duck face, like you're going to make a shadow puppet. Turn it upside down, slide it. You're going to turn the key clockwise into the vagina hole, into the opening. Then when you get in there, you're going to pull back a little and make that fist. And then Faye Reagan is going to cream her shorts in that video I watched that time. Faye Reagan, redhead, porn actress. A lot of freckles.
Most redheads do.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. You're saying it like there's something.
You sound like you're surprised that a redhead has freckles.
I think of bright red hair and bright white skin and super pink nipples.
Bing bong, hello!
Because their nipples are an extra bright shade of pink. It's kind of like that pastel pink that comes in the Easter Colors pack of Crayola markers. The pastels.
You're listening to Blumpkin&Friends.
Now, I myself had never been to a massage therapist or a masseuse in my life. I was just like, why would I need to go? I rub my shoulders a little. I roll them. I'm good.
Until, and this is the stupidest way to get a pinched nerve. I was in the bathroom. I was brushing my teeth. I am buck-ass naked. I reach around the door of the bathroom to turn up the radio so I can hear the CD while I'm in the shower more. And somehow contorting my body, I pinched a nerve in my neck. And I could not turn my head for like 3 days. And it got progressively worse. So I finally broke down and paid you a visit.
Well, this is getting interesting.
And it's kind of like an episode of Mr. Rogers where he goes anywhere and sees what they do. Like he goes to the public pool at the YMCA, or he goes to the train station and the conductor shows him how to toot the horn on the thing. Shit like that. And I got in there, and it's like candle lit. It's supposed to be calm and serene. There's a very soothing music playing. And then there's like the table, which I laid on my back at first. So clearly, because we're friends, I really hoped I would get a boner just to make you uncomfortable.
You didn't.
I did not get a boner. I might have rubbed one out beforehand too, though. I don't know.
Great to know.
Yeah, well. If you ever see me, there's a 30% chance I've masturbated within hours of that conversation. For anybody. I just want to put that out there. So I'm laying there on my back, and you're rubbing my back, and you're working my shoulders, and then she told me to flip over. So I did. And I'm like on all fours on the table trying to lower myself. And that's when I got my first look at the headrest of the table. And it's like this foam fortune cookie shape type thing. And I instantly thought, oh my God, this thing looks like a Muppet vagina. This is what I imagine Miss Piggy's cunt resembles. I'm sticking my face into a foam Jim Henson made pork sausage wallet. Whoo! Yeah.
Gross.
Rainbow Connection. Someday I'll find it. The female clitoris, the labia, the vulva, and your bean. Let that sink in. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I got my face in the foam pussy headrest thingy. And then you kept rubbing me, and then, I don't know, eventually it released about a day later, so it kind of helped. So let's say you pinch a nerve in your neck or back, or you're having back spasms. I would recommend going to a massage therapist, not like Massage Envy, because those places, I swear to God, train you on the spot how to give basic rub-downs, and any asshole can get a job there. Mm-hmm. Just about. Whereas you work in an accredited spa, where you need X amount of training to do what you do. So, just because you think you're good with your fingers, gentlemen, when you're rubbing a chick's shoulders before you try to bed her down, doesn't mean that you're doing things the right way.
Most are not.
Oh, whoa. Well, would you like to expound upon that?
That's like 90% of what women say is, God, my husband just can't do it right. What is that face for?
Maybe she needs to shut her bitch mouth and not be so goddamn finicky. He doesn't do it right. Yeah, well, you keep telling him he doesn't do it right. No, he'll go do it right, all right. To some other broad that'll be very thankful for the attention. And then all you'll have is a bunch of regrets and self-doubt. And a husband whose fingers smell like something that's not
Ew.
you. From rubbing.
Stop it.
Not from
Yeah.
Why did you make that sexual? You got a problem. Tell me some horror stories about your job. Like farts. Let's talk about farts that happen during a massage.
Mostly from older people.
Well, you know, when you get older, your bunghole is no longer as tensile as it used to be, and things just kind of escape. Even I sometimes have toots just come out of me, and I'm like, oh, shit.
I know.
I hope she didn't hear.
Oh, but you can smell them.
So
what's the difference if you can hear them versus
you know,
smell
we've
'em?
talked about how you fart and poop, and you act like you don't. And you know what? Girls fart. Get over it. Quit acting all fucking high and mighty. Other horror stories? Maybe not from you, but that you've heard from your constituents and colleagues.
There's one that she was working with somebody and they secretly were dating, or her coworker and this guy were secretly dating, and somebody made the excuse of all you would hear is
During the massage?
yeah, coming from the room.
That's weird that he would applaud her efforts.
Oh no, they said she was slapping the bottom of his feet.
That is not where I thought that story was going to go.
That's not what they were doing.
Well, no shit. That's what she said? I'm slapping the bottom of his feet? Well, everybody that's not retarded knows he was taking her to Pound Town.
Yeah.
We're all familiar with that meat slappy sound of a man's pubic region striking anywhere of a woman's nethers.
Yeah.
Good for him.
You're listening to Blumpkin&Friends.
What else you got?
There's a lot of people that just get undressed before I walk out of the room.
Like they want you to see? They just want anyone to see.
I don't think I don't think they care.
You're just like, that's an interesting tattoo.
Well, I see those anyways.
Not all of them.
Unless they're on their penis.
Have you seen a lot of penis tattoos?
No. I mean, online.
Well, obviously, everyone's seen penis tattoos on. Who hasn't Googled penis tattoos?
Oh, I don't know.
Everybody does. Everybody.
Whatever a banana hammock doesn't cover is what I've seen.
Who wears banana hammocks? Obviously, the guys.
Yeah.
Ah.
Not when they come to see me.
Yeah, really? What do they wear when they see you?
Nothing. A lot of them
Bastards.
wear nothing.
They go commando, hoping that you'll see their boner. Or you'll see their flaccid
Work
shame.
on their butt.
Work on their butt. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been massaging a butt and a fart came out? Like right as you're on the butt? Mm-hmm. How was that for you?
Awkward.
Did you stop or did you keep going?
You just ignore it. And then you get a awkward, I'm sorry about that.
That's a pro. Just keeps going. Keeps rubbing. Like, it's fine. It's fine. I'll breathe through my mouth. Yeah. Did you ever red peppers for breakfast with your omelet?
Gross. At least I don't have to wax vaginas.
What's wrong with waxing vaginas?
I don't want to do it.
Now, of the friends you know that wax
I've heard-
vaginas,
I've
any
heard
of
some
them-
people.
any of them have to wax a peignoir?
They've been asked.
And what did they say?
No.
Why not?
Because they haven't been trained in it and they don't want to tear anything.
Oh, for Christ's sakes, you wax above the dick and to the side of it. You don't... How hard is it to hold a nutsack taut to somebody's tummy and then wax their taint?
Apparently hard because there's videos online of like one of the top estheticians doing the trainings and they tore a guy on stage.
Tore him like how?
Like tore his ball sack.
Open. Not off. If you're going to try to wax a tea bag, you're a fucking idiot. Because it is so thin.
That's why it tears.
Yeah, that's why you don't wax your balls. I mean, even... I have heard this from gay men, and you've worked with some gay men who maybe could verify this, or you could tell me if you heard it also. They have somebody help them shave their sack. They lay it flat on a surface, and they have somebody else just take some slow...
Nope, I haven't heard that.
gentle. Nobody ever?
Not that I've
That's
heard.
weird that I
We
heard
don't-
that and you haven't, and you've worked with multiple gays.
I've heard worse. But no, we haven't talked about shaving balls.
Go on.
Because they don't want to talk about shaving pussies.
Why?
They don't. They're afraid of them.
That's faggy.
I was offered to carry a child for one, and then he would buy me vaginal reconstruction afterwards.
There's a hell of a deal. If you birth me a child, I will pay to have your pussy put back together in the manner in which Humpty Dumpty never could be.
Yeah.
Does he think that... Boy, that video we watched about gay men see a vagina for the first time, it just makes me think of that again.
Yeah.
And does he think it's going to rip you from hole to hole, stem to stern? You're just going to have one solid crack from the top of your ass to the top of your pussy?
Maybe.
He realizes that your downstairs doesn't unhinge like the mouth of a Venus flytrap and just shoot that kid out, right? Like Mario throwing a fireball at a Goomba or a Koopa Troopa. And gay men do not understand vaginas at all. Well,
Most men don't understand vaginas, so don't look at me like that.
What are you
I said
saying?
most.
so you're saying
There are
I
few.
understand vaginas,
No. I didn't say you did.
but you didn't say I did.
I'm not aware of it. What a shit-eating grin.
On me or on you?
On you.
I don't know whose is bigger right now, mine or yours. Oh, shit. Guess what?
What?
It's time to play Guess Who Karaoke Roulette!
Guess Who Karaoke Roulette.
Fuck.
Here is the game. One famous person. You get 5 clues about who they are. You get 3 guesses to figure out who it is. Strikes 1, 2, and 3. If you guess it, I have to sing a song. If you don't guess it, you have to sing a song. Frequently, I've had to sing for people that didn't want to sing, but I made them join in anyway, such as Reese Hartfelt or Mrs. Number 1 Fan. It's always nice when it becomes a duet.
You better hope you have to sing.
Well, you better hope I have to sing. I always hope I have to sing, because I have an angelic singing voice. Clue number 1. Businessman, philanthropist, scientist, socialite, playboy extraordinaire, friend of local law enforcement. Clue number 2. known for both his sharp mind and his incredible physical prowess. Clue number 3. Known for cavorting around with young boys.
What?
Known for cavorting about
Well, I
with
got that.
young boys. Clue number 4. Both is and is not a cat person. Clue number 5. And this one is always a softball because I come up with great clues. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but beep beep. Clue number 5. World's greatest detective. Now, I've employed a new strategy to the game where you can make one guess now and use your 3 strikes, or you can trade 2 of your 3 strikes for one more clue that will pretty much give away who this is unless you don't know pop culture. What would you like to do?
Reread the clues. I have no idea.
Businessman, philanthropist, scientist, socialite, playboy extraordinaire, and friend of local law enforcement. Known for both his sharp mind and his incredible physical prowess.
Is this supposed to be a real person?
It could be or it could not be. Known for cavorting around with young boys. Both is and is not a cat person. World's greatest detective. How would you like to proceed from here? Are you willing to trade 2 of your 3 guesses to make it one powerful guess?
Yes.
All right. Here is the bonus clue. Darkness. No parents. It's from a movie. You really have no clue who this is. You get one
I don't
fucking
want to.
guess. You have one fucking guess.
I'm not saying.
What do you mean you're not saying?
Singing.
Okay, well, you got to guess who it is. You got to take a stab
Batman.
at it. It is Batman. Good job.
You win.
What was so hard about that?
I don't know.
Oh.
Because it's what time at night?
It's 10:06 p.m. and you were supposed to be home to your daughter who wouldn't go to sleep 20 minutes ago. Mm-hmm. So, can't wait to hear about what your mom felt about that. I'm going to sing for you now. I chose Go West's King of Wishful Thinking. You'll recognize it when I get there. Gotta get my diaphragm ready. I kind of got to pee, too. That's the worst part. All right.
Again?
Shut up. I drank a lot of liquid today. Okay, Go West, King of Wishful Thinking. No boombox this time. I don't need to fall at your feet just 'cause you cut me to the bone. Follow along. And I won't miss the way that you kiss me. We were never carved in stone. Really, the heater came on? If I don't listen to the talk of the town, then maybe I can fool myself. I'll get over you. I know I will. I'll pretend my ship's not sinking, and I'll tell myself I'm over you, 'cause I'm the king of wishful thinking. I refuse to give in to my blues, that's not how it's gonna be. And I deny the tears in my eyes, I don't wanna let you see. No, that you have made a hole in my heart, and now I've got to fool myself. I'll get over you, I know I will. I'll pretend my ship's not sinking, and I'll tell myself I'm over you, 'cause I'm the king of wishful thinking. I'm the king of wishful thinking. How was that? The cat's meowing because it's good. I have read on the internet that cats will meow if they like your singing.
Right.
It soothes them.
The opposite of a dog.
Perhaps they will howl if they don't like your singing.
I don't know, my dog used to sit and howl as I'd play my violin.
I can imagine.
Fuck off, I was good.
It's an ugly sounding instrument.
Beautiful.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it sounds like two weasels raping each other. Especially if you're not good at it. Just picture.
What the fuck?
Is that a good visual for you?
Are you picturing it? I'm picturing it.
Just picture Pip and Pop from
Shut
Bear
up.
from the Big Blue House. They were weasels, weren't they? A couple of purple puppets going to town on each other's bee holes.
Oh, how does that work at the same time?
What do you mean? Well, they take turns, obviously. I don't know anybody that's flexible enough to get a D in their B while they're putting their D in another B. Like, I would need 2 Ken dolls to try to map it out. I don't even think I could get the logistics to work then.
Anyways.
Interact with the show on Twitter at Blumpkin Show. That is at Blumpkin Show. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/Blumpkin&Friends. I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin. You have to say it this time.
No.
She's the Dirty Bee. Good night. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, well, you invited everyone you knew, you would see the greatest gift would be from me, and the concierge would say, thank you from Blumpkin and Friends.